cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Bro, I'm godlike, I'm judgy. I can't touch this girl, she musty. Bro, you flexing on IG. People like you disgust me. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. These women love me, bro. They trying to me. That's the wrong way, the wrong way. Back your buddy, if you get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me, I can turn auntie into a. I'm in the S5 facing comfy, cause I can't name that dummy. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Since birth I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a million.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Set to kick off.
About ready to get this one started. Jaime Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go here on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jalen Wright. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down. But that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Three plays in, and a test. It's 3rd and 2. Good work on the ground. He's got it. First down. Up at about the 42.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's a 2nd and 9. On the give, it's right. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air this one out. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's taken in. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Space to run inside the 20. And he's down at the 3. What a run.
There's a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down back at the 4.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On 2nd down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And he will fight his way to the end zone. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchdown. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
First carry for Joe Mixon. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On the give, this is Mixon. Not much develops there. Get this to about the 43. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll put Addison in motion. On 2nd down, Stroud. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And he will score. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Fairbairn, good on the point after. And his guys come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. Head up. This is right. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the ground, this is right. Room to run past midfield. 17 yards, the gain there. And that will be a first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He'll work forward for a couple. That's E.J. Speed getting in there to make the tackle. He'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now, faking the give. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, to the goal line and in.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
Our home team, 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
Here's 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
He is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one is complete to Hartman. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Stroud to throw. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And he's going to get there. He's got the 1st down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On play action. Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's a 2nd and 6. A quick toss into the hands of Addison. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. Sets up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now, Stroud. Open man, right side. He's got it. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. That's enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Stroud. That is caught. And he's in.
We used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll air one out. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And this defense comes through with the turnover. He'll let one go down the middle. He will score 83 yards for the touchdown.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and his guys have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Final second now of this first half as this one is away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. To throw here to begin the drive. His pass caught. It's Chigokonkwo. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Visitors 14.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. He will have the conversion and more. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Second down and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. The second down throw is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Mixon. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This from 45 yards away. Fairbairn's kick is good. And his guys can extend their lead. It's now 24-14.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That one intercepted. His offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
They'll give this to Mixon, running right, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They send Godwin in motion. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now Mixon. And he'll get forward for a couple. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing is Stroud. They'll look to set up the screen here. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal. So these two teams take the long walk.
With the score.
Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. They'll run here with Mixon. They'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Mixon. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is good. And his guys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. A give here to Wright. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Back on the ground and back to Wright. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
A tough spot here. Third and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Going for it all. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. They'll run with Mixon. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for third and 3. Stroud. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. That's on the big man, Cam Robinson. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot. They will work the middle with Mixon. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
On the handoff, it's Mixon. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short. Here's third down and a few inches. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. Here's a run. We'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. Ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. They look to run with Mixon. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain.
I typically like to see the play-action pass on the early downs, Mike. Now they find themselves on 3rd down. The defense is more prepared for the pass. They get stopped twice with the run.
And he's got another one. And make it 3 touchdowns. Now, remember, he caught the one earlier. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And, Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
Fairbairn, good on the point after. And his guys are going to extend their lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught. It's Jalen Wright. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
It's a gain of 19 in the air, and that will be a 1st down. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And this defense will take over here following the interception.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.